can't even believe that Cassie touched this man. To TMZ, one of Diddy's freak-off escorts has filed a lawsuit against Diddy and Cassie, claiming that Cassie gave him a gift he had to go see a doctor about.
Diddy thought he won, but in fact, it's just the beginning, because hours after scoring a partial courtroom victory in his federal sex trafficking trial, Diddy was hit with a shocking new lawsuit that makes everything we've heard so far look like the warm-up act. A former model and exotic dancer named Edmond Laurent just came forward with a 32-page complaint that doesn't hold back. He says Diddy didn't just watch or orchestrate abuse, he participated in it. Drugging, coercing, violating, all behind luxury hotel doors in Beverly Hills and West Hollywood. And the most twisted part? It wasn't just once. But he didn't stop there. Laurent also says he was targeted, manipulated, and violated repeatedly by Diddy and a mystery woman who allegedly spiked his drinks, punctured condoms, and left him with devastating health conditions, including stomach cancer and permanent trauma. Here's the wildest part of it all. This lawsuit dropped just an hour after Diddy's legal team celebrated a partial court win, just when it looked like the worst might be behind him. A new scandal, a new victim, a new trauma too dark to ignore. So ask yourself, if this is what's surfacing after a court win, what else has been buried? Because this new scandal doesn't just reopen the case, it shatters the illusion that Diddy is walking away clean. Let's get into it. Going back, Laurent filed a 32-page lawsuit in Los Angeles Superior Court, accusing Diddy and several unnamed Jane and John Does of sexual battery, assault, emotional distress, negligence, and civil conspiracy. And the details, they are gut-wrenching.
So one of Diddy Glover and Cassie Ventura's male S-worker just filed the lawsuit and said that he caught an STD during survival.
Based on the documents, he's not just suing for emotional damage. Nope. He is going back to Diddy with so much more. Specifically, $10 million. And he's got a long paper trail of photos, witness statements, and medical records to back it up. It all started in the late 2000s. Laurent was booked by his modeling agency, Latin Connection, to perform at what he believed was a typical bachelorette party at a luxury hotel. Masked clients, a private dance. Nothing seemed off until the same mysterious woman called again and again, inviting him back for more private shows. But here's the part that shook everyone. The lawsuit claims that Diddy was present during these encounters, masked, silent, and watching. Then later, instructing, paying, and eventually joining. Now, if you followed the case, you'll know that Cassie had mentioned similar encounters, and hearing another person talk about these incidents just proves that Cassie was not making this all up.
She also testified the drug-fueled sex parties eventually turned into pornography shoots, with Combs setting up video equipment for blackmail recordings. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. He faces life in prison if convicted.
And based on Laurent, each time things escalated. While this encounter was bizarre enough, Laurent mentioned about one moment in particular stands out. After agreeing to have intercourse with the masked woman, with protection, Diddy allegedly encouraged it, watched it. And when Laurent returned later, they demanded he drink alcohol and take drugs to get on the same frequency. He declined, repeatedly. But under pressure, he gave in. Now, this is the very same Diddy that Cassie and other witnesses had mentioned. Basically, someone who uses his power to allegedly force people into freaky stuff. And if Laurent can push this case forward, I think we can all expect yet another bombshell trial, right? Going back, that's when, according to the complaint, everything spiraled. At the next meeting, things got even more disturbing. Laurent says he was manipulated into believing Diddy and the woman had recently tested clean. They even showed him blood test results to gain his trust. But as he began intercourse with protection, the woman allegedly broke it with her nails. All the while, Diddy stood behind him, whispering obscene encouragement in his ear. Laurent says he felt trapped, disoriented from the drug-laced baby oil, too impaired to resist, too confused to fully comprehend what was happening. And then, it got worse. In their final encounter, Laurent says he was given orange juice. Just orange juice, because he made it clear he doesn't drink. But it wasn't just juice. It was allegedly spiked with rohypnol and ketamine. When will he regain consciousness? He was naked, covered in baby oil, and his body was in severe pain. This was the moment the woman handed him $500 and shut the door. That was it. And y'all, the aftermath of that night? It wasn't just emotional.
A male dancer by the name of Edmond Laurent claims he was sexually assaulted, got stomach cancer from Sean Puffy Combs. He is suing for $10 million.
Laurent developed anal warts, was diagnosed with condyloma, and began vomiting uncontrollably. The damage was so severe he lost the ability to digest food and required gastric surgery. Eventually, he was diagnosed with stomach cancer. Let that sink in. From a vibrant, in-demand model and dancer, to a frail man missing teeth from vomiting, battling cancer, and dealing with PTSD, panic disorder, and major depression. And all this? Allegedly orchestrated and covered up by a man with wealth, power, and an entourage to keep it quiet. Speaking of that entourage, the lawsuit names 9 additional Jane and John Does. According to Laurent, these individuals weren't just bystanders. They allegedly controlled the rooms, provided and prepared drugs, ignored violent sounds and cries, and cleaned the aftermath, like some kind of twisted support staff. Don't even get started with the other staff in Diddy's team because Laurent mentioned that they basically stood there and did nothing. Security? Silent. Housekeeping? Ordered to clean, no question. Management? Ignored the red flags. The hotels where these acts allegedly took place, SLS Beverly Hills, the Mondrian, and the Intercontinental, are also under scrutiny for negligence. So it's not just about what happened, it's about who let it happen. Now, we all know this isn't Diddy's first legal rodeo. Far from it. While he's currently detained in New York, awaiting the final verdict on federal charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation for prostitution, he's also facing dozens of civil lawsuits. Some from women, some from men.
Count 1, which was racketeering conspiracy, he was found not guilty. Count 2, which was ex-trafficking of Cassandra Ventura, he was found not guilty. Count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution with Cassie, he was found guilty. Count 4, as trafficking of Jane, he was found not guilty. Count 4,
all painting a similar picture. A man who used power, money, and manipulation to abuse and silence people for decades. And now, that silence is crumbling. Laurent is represented by Rodney Diggs and Tyrone Blackburn, the same legal team behind Lil Rodney's explosive suit against Combs. They've made it clear this lawsuit is not just about one man, it's about holding powerful people accountable. Diggs also told Variety, "No amount of fame, fortune, or intimidation should shield anyone from being held responsible for their actions." And honestly, that sentiment hits differently when you look at the pictures attached to this case. Side-by-sides of Laurent with Oprah Winfrey, Pamela Anderson, and the Baywatch cast, next to photos of him now. Frailer, smaller, missing teeth. Because of this, I think we can all agree that this isn't just a lawsuit. It's a man's life, allegedly destroyed in Diddy's private playground of excess. So don't let that slight courtroom victory fool you. This story is far from over, and what Edmond Laurent describes in this lawsuit is shocking, but more importantly, it's specific. So what do you think? Is this just another person chasing money and headlines? Or is it yet another brick in the wall of a pattern we've all been watching crumble? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives just like this.